Good morning everyone and welcome to the online class of English class 12th. Myself Dr. Kavita Gupta, Principal SDM Girls Inter College, Khatali, Muzaffarnagar. First of all, I would like to make a plea to all of you. I request you to keep yourself safe from the disease COVID-19 that is spreading in the entire country, and you all know that it spreads from person to person. Our government is doing a lot to keep us safe, to protect us from this disease. We should also support them, and we should also take some measures to keep ourselves safe from this disease. I request you to stay home, stay safe. If you stay home, you will remain safe 100%. And in case you have to go out of your house for a very urgent piece of work, then never forget to cover your face with a mask. Develop a habit of washing your hands frequently and at least for 20 seconds with a soap or hand wash. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Before touching anything, apply hand sanitizer. Download Arogya Setu app in your mobile phone. And the most important thing, put distance between yourself and others. Nowadays, we often listen to the word social distancing. Every day, we listen to this word on television and also read it in newspapers. So that social distancing must be followed by all of us. Let us come and walk together to protect, to save not only ourselves, but also our families, our community, and the entire country from COVID-19. Now, I take pleasure to express my gratitude to District Administration Muzaffarnagar, our very honorable GM ma'am, ADM sir, CDO sir, SSP sir, and our respected DIS sir. And all others like our health officers, health workers, police officers, constables, and the people who are doing the work of sanitization. They are doing really a very, very difficult job for all of us. I wish to give a salute to all these Corona warriors. Now I come to the topic. Our today's topic is your first poem in your book of poetry, and the title of the poem is Character of a Happy Life, composed by Sir Henry Wotton. Before starting the poem, I would like to share one very important thing with you. Whenever you are reading any piece of literature, do not read it just for the sake of passing the examination. Your purpose should be something greater. You know, every piece of literature gives us pleasure. So whenever you are reading a poem or an essay or a story, feel that pleasure. And besides giving pleasure, there is always some message. Whether you are reading an essay, a poem, a story, a novel, or a play, there is always some message that the writer or the poet wants to give to us. That message may be hidden or it may also be open. Means it may be on the surface or below the surface. That message should be applied by you in your real life. Only then the basic purpose of reading literature can be served. Now I come to the poem Character of a Happy Life. Uh, I told you it has been composed by a very famous poet, Sir Henry Wotton. Sir Henry Wotton was born in the year 1568. He was an English poet. He was a great scholar, a great politician, a diplomat. He was an ambassador in the court of Venice. Venice, you know, is the name of a place. Uh, in your course of class 12th, you are having a book, The Merchant of Venice. That is a play written by William Shakespeare. So that the Venice is the name of a place, and Sir Henry Wotton was an ambassador in the court of Venice. Though he was not an Indian, he was very much fond of reading Indian scriptures. This poem, Character of a Happy Life, shows the influence of Bhagavad Gita on Sir Henry Wotton. In this poem, as the title indicates, the poet tells us about the characteristics of a happy man. It is a didactic poem. Sir Henry Wotton has composed many didactic poems, and this is also a didactic one. In this poem, the poet tells us about the qualities of a happy man. What should be there in you if you want to be happy in life? Students, before explaining the poem, I would like to recite it. You know, whenever we are reading poetry, recitation is very important. So first, listen to me carefully when I recite the poem. Listen to it attentively, and then you will try to recite it in the same manner. How happy is he born or taught, that serveth not another's will, whose armour is his honest thought, and simple truth his utmost skill, whose passions not his masters are, whose soul is still prepared for death, untied unto the word with care of princely love or vulgar breath, who hath his life from rumours freed, whose conscience is his strong retreat, whose state can neither flatterers freed, nor ruin make oppressors great, who envies none whom chance doth raise, nor wise, who never understood how deepest wounds are given with praise, nor rules of state, but rules of good, who God doth latent early pray, more of his grace than gifts to lend, who entertains the harmless day with a well-chosen book or friend. This man is free from servile bends of hope to rise or fear to fall, lord of himself, though not of lands, and having nothing, he hath all. So, I have recited the complete poem. Now I would like to explain the poem stanza-wise. As I told you earlier, that in this poem, the poet tells us about the qualities of a happy man. What are the characteristics that make a man happy? What should be there in you if you want to live a happy life? Actually, happiness doesn't come from outside. It comes from inside. So, what should be your inner qualities if you want to be happy in life? In the very first stanza of the poem, the poet says, how happy is he born or taught, that serveth not another's will, whose armour is his honest thought, and simple truth his utmost skill. The poet says that a free man is a happy man. A man who is a slave to someone or who is in the service of somebody can never be happy. So always try to be a master, never wish to be a servant. A slave can never be happy in life. We all see that not even human beings, but even animals and birds love freedom. Birds want to fly freely in the sky. So we all are lovers of freedom. In slavery, there is no happiness. Um, a slave can earn a lot of money by doing the service of anybody, but that money cannot buy happiness. Actually, happiness doesn't have anything with money. So, a free man is a happy man. Second, he tells that an honest man is a happy man. Honesty is honesty is very much required to be happy in life. We say that God is honesty and honesty is God, and it is also said that honesty is always the best policy. So if you want to be happy in life, always follow the path of honesty. Never be dishonest in your life. A dishonest man can never live a happy life. And a truthful man is a happy man. If you want to live a happy life, you must be truthful. If you are a liar, then you can never be happy. A person who is dishonest or who doesn't speak truth, he can earn a lot by doing wrong deeds, but he is always having a fear in his mind. The fear that if his lie or if his act of dishonesty will be disclosed, what will happen then? So he is always surrounded with certain types of fears, and a man who is having any type of fear in his mind, that man can never live a happy life. So in the first stanza of the poem, the poet tells that a free man is happy man, a truthful man is happy man, and an honest man is a happy man. In the second stanza, the poet says, whose passions not his masters are, whose soul is still prepared for death, untied unto the world with care of princely love or vulgar breath. The poet says that a person who is not the slave to his passions is a happy person. You should never be a slave to your passions. Passions, you know, the meaning of passions is a strong desires. We all are having strong desires in our heart, but it is our duty to control those desires. Those desires should not overpower us. We should not be overpowered by them. Instead, we should overpower them. They should not be our masters. Instead, we should be their masters. They should be our slaves. So such a person who has overpowered his passions is a happy person. A man who is afraid of death, who is scared of death, cannot live happy in life, because he is always afraid what will happen when I die. I have earned a lot of money, what will happen with that money? So these type of fears always surround him. So a person who is always ready to die is a happy man. We should always be prepared to die, because we all know that a man who is born on this earth has to go one day or the other. So there should not be the fear of death in our minds. So a man who is not afraid of death is a happy man. A man who doesn't care about others, who doesn't care what others will think about him, what people will think about him. Such a man is a happy man. Don't care about others. You should be truthful to your own self. Then if you are true to your own self, then don't think about others, what others will say about you. Who hath his life from rumors freed, whose conscience is a strong retreat, whose state can neither flatterers feed, nor ruin make oppressors great. A man who doesn't pay any attention to the rumors about him is a happy man. Don't pay attention to what others are speaking about you. You should always follow the voice of your conscience, and our conscience never speaks lie, never tells lie. So always follow the path of your conscience and don't give your ear to any rumor. I again say, you must be truthful to your own self. Then don't worry about others, what people are thinking about you or are saying about you. A man who loves flattery can never be happy in life, because when he is not flattered by anybody, he will become unhappy. So a man who loves flattery can never be a happy man. Who envies none whom chance doth raise, nor wise who never understood how deepest wounds are given with praise, nor rules of state but rules of good. A happy man is never jealous of anybody. He is not jealous of the person who has raised himself very high by doing any wrong deed, or because his destiny is he is very fortunate because of his fate. A happy man is never jealous, is never envious of anybody. A man who doesn't want to be praised by others is a happy man. So don't expect praise from others. Don't expect that others should admire you, appreciate you. Only then you can be happy in life. A happy man is always ruled by the rules of goodness. He is not ruled by the rules of state. Instead, he is ruled by the rule of goodness. Means a happy man is good at heart. In the second last stanza of the poem, the poet says, it's a very beautiful stanza. Who God doth late and early pray, more of his grace than gifts to lend. Who entertains the harmless day with a well-chosen book or friend. A man who prays to God in the morning as well as in the evening is a happy man. Worshipping of God always gives us pleasure. Many people praise to God daily in the morning as well as in the evening, but most of them pray to God, and in their prayers they always demand some gifts. They want money, or they are always demanding one thing or the other from God. That man can never be happy in life, because he is always having a ready desire. A man who prays to God daily, and in his prayers he just wishes the grace of God, the mercy of God, is a happy man. So if you want to be happy in life, pray to God just for the sake of his mercy, just for the sake of his grace, and that is the most important thing. A person who spends his entire day in the company of a good friend or in the company of good books is a happy man. These are our best friends, good books and good friends. So we should spend our maximum time in the company of friends, but friends should be good, and in the company of books, and those books should also be good. So a man who prays to God daily in the morning as well as in the evening, and who spends his time in the company of a good friend or a good book is a happy man. In the concluding stanza of the poem, the poet says, This man is free from servile bends of hope to rise or fear to fall, Lord of himself though not of lands, and having nothing he hath all. Such a man who is having all the qualities that he has mentioned in the above stanzas, such a man is a happy man, who is free from all the foundations. He has neither the hope to rise very high and nor the fear to fall down. Such a man is Lord of himself. He is Lord of himself, though he may not be Lord of lands. He may not be the master of lands, or he may not have a lot of money, but he is Lord of himself. He is the master of himself. And one who is master of himself is really a happy man. Such a person has everything. The last line is, and having nothing he hath all. Though he has nothing, he has no worldly possessions, but he has everything. In this line, you see the figure of speech oxymoron, because two opposite terms are brought together here to increase the effect. And having nothing he hath all. Such a person has nothing, instead he is having everything. So you see, in this poem, Character of a Happy Life, Sir Henry Wotton gives the character of a happy man, the qualities, the characteristics of a happy man. What are the things that make a man happy in life? The message of this poem is that we should also try to inculcate these qualities in ourselves if we want to live a happy life. And it is the desire of every man to live a happy life. This was our beautiful poem, Character of a Happy Life. And now I think you have got this poem very well. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. And I again request you to take a very good care of yourself. Thank you and goodbye.